Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily Dollars. Today, we're talking about a significant change in Social Security funding. The latest Republican budget proposal includes a massive 21% increase in Social Security funding from 2025 to 2026, a much larger jump than we've seen in previous years. But why such a big jump? What's really driving this change? And most importantly, how will it affect retirees and the future of Social Security? We're breaking it all down right now. But before we jump in, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Daily Dollars for more informative updates. Alright, let's get into it. Social Security is a critical program for about 70 million Americans who rely on these monthly benefits for their living expenses. But in recent years, concerns have grown over the program's long-term funding. Some experts warn that if no changes are made, Social Security could face a funding shortfall in the mid-2030s, leading to potential cuts in future payments. With that in mind, the proposed 21% increase in Social Security funding for 2026 might seem like a positive step. But what's interesting is that after 2026, those budget increases are expected to slow down significantly. From 2026 to 2027, the budget is only set to increase by 9%, and after that, it drops to 6% per year until 2030. So why the sudden spike in funding for 2026? And why does it slow down so much in later years? To understand, let's break it down. Historically, Social Security funding has seen gradual increases, typically ranging between 5% and 7%. A 21% increase, therefore, marks a significant shift. This substantial rise is largely attributed to higher inflation and cost of living adjustments, which drive up the need for additional funding. The expectation of increased inflation and larger COLA has been a key factor in this budget decision. However, economic forecasts suggest that inflation may decline in the coming years, while interest rates could remain elevated. As a result, future Social Security budget increases may not need to be as large, as the cost of living adjustments stabilize over time. The current funding allocation aims to address immediate economic conditions, but long-term projections indicate a return to more moderate budget growth. Another key point to consider is that while the 2026 budget increase appears significant, it may not be as dramatic when viewed in context. The increase looks larger, mainly because the cost of living adjustment in 2025 was notably lower compared to previous years. This contrast makes the 2026 jump seem more substantial, even though the actual percentage increase is more moderate. Essentially, the adjustment is compensating for the lower than expected growth in prior years. If inflation continues to slow down as projected, future Social Security budget increases are likely to be smaller and more stable. Another major factor behind the increase is demographics. The baby boomer generation is continuing to retire in large numbers. More retirees mean more Social Security beneficiaries, which naturally requires a larger budget. So, many financial experts believe that this increase in Social Security's budget is largely due to more baby boomers hitting retirement and inflation-driven cost of living adjustments. After that, spending growth slows because the wave of new retirees evens out and COLA adjustments become more predictable. So, while the 2026 budget increase accounts for a surge in new beneficiaries, the pace of retirements is expected to stabilize in the coming years, leading to smaller funding increases after 2026. Of course, the future of Social Security funding isn't just determined by demographics and inflation, it's also shaped by politics. Different political parties have different priorities when it comes to Social Security. One party typically focuses on tax cuts and extending policies that can limit government revenue, often leading to pressure on social spending. The other prioritizes maintaining or increasing funding for Social Security and other essential programs, opposing potential cuts. This ongoing debate continues to influence policy decisions in Washington. So, what does this all mean for retirees and future beneficiaries? The key takeaway is this: Social Security will continue to evolve, but it's important not to rely on it as your sole source of income. Experts always advised retirees to have additional savings, investments, and retirement plans in place. While Social Security is a helpful foundation, it was never designed to cover all of a retiree's expenses. Being proactive with financial planning is the best way to secure a stable retirement. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the government is doing enough to protect Social Security? Should there be bigger changes to secure its long-term funding? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching Daily Dollars, and I'll see you in the next one.